Custom strings, do you need them? Why you need them? And let me tell you why listening to me may be beneficial for you. As many of you know, we owned a string company for a long time. We did 14,000 plus strings a year. We weren't the biggest out there, but we know our stuff. People loved our strings. I'm gonna tell you the key parts of a string that I think you need to know about and think about when you're comparing custom to stock strings. Number one is going to be your serving diameter. The diameter of the serving as it lays into your cam will make a difference on your peep rotation. So the tighter that it is going into the cam, the more likely that peep's gonna turn a little bit. Neither here nor there, but it is important. Number two is that your end loops are served. See, these on these customs are served with halo. And then I'm gonna flip this around. The string is served with halo, right here around the loop. There are multiple materials you can serve that with, but you want them closed. As that string comes around, there's multiple fibers that are in that loop that you'll see on another one I'm about to show you. And what happens is those are constantly losing different amounts of tension if they're not served. It makes a difference. I think it's more important than having a string that is stretched for a long period of time. So again, we're looking at serving diameter and making sure your end loops are served. So I'm gonna flip this bow up and show you a stock string. This bow had 10 thousandths. This is running like 21 thousandths here. So obviously a tighter fit in the groove channel, which will lead to some peep rotation, which people keep telling me it's stretch. It's not stretch. A lot of times it's that. Also on this bow, as we're looking, we're not gonna have served end loops. And I'm not saying that you can't shoot stock strings. Please do not think that, and I don't think you have to. We shoot a lot of our bows with stock strings until they wear out. But this is just telling you what the difference is. These are not served. And so if you start to see peep rotation after a while, you can look in here and some of these fibers are a little bit loose because they're not served. And as we look at a stock string, why do we need custom at time or new strings, even if you're going back with your stock ones? This bowstring looks beautiful. There's no fray, there's no wear and tear as we're coming in, no separation. But as we go to the custom one, or one that's been shot, this has thousands of shots through it, we're gonna start to see some fray in the string, some wear and tear here, losing some coloring. And then if we look in here, we'll see a little bit of discoloration. This has about 1,000 shots on it and has not separated, which again comes back to that serving diameter. If you're having a lot of separation here, like on some of the Hoyts or Elites, you need to drop down to a thinner serving. So that's one thing to look for. People ask all the time, how long do my bowstrings last? It depends on you and how well you take care of them. I do not wax my bowstrings throughout the year, and so mine wear out, but I will just throw new strings on because if I feel like they're worn out, I'd rather have a new string on and keep my bow in spec as opposed to just keep shooting the same string for 5 years and my bow never being consistent. Strings matter. Also, the next thing you're gonna look at is your material that you're using. These are 452X, and then what you're coming from like if we're running gas bow strings, which we run a lot of as well, is they're gonna run their own material that they have BCY make for them. In a nutshell, custom bowstrings are more than just a color. You have to think about those things when you're buying and understand why it's an investment and you're not just wasting your money. If you have any questions, shoot us a DM, send us a message on YouTube, whatever you need to do, call the shop. I'll happily walk you through bowstrings. We love this. We want you to have the best bow that you possibly could have, and sometimes that requires custom bowstrings.